All right, so let's get started. So good evening all and welcome to today's course video webinar. My name is Mubeen and I work as a technology head at Emertxe. I'm also a computer science graduate. It's been 20 years since I completed my engineering. So today's course demo webinar is about embedded system course which we offer at Emertxe. Before I get into a detailed introduction about me, and we would like to briefly introduce about our company. So hope my slide is visible to you. I'm just sharing my slides. So can you just confirm if my slide is visible? Let me do a full screen as well. Okay, hold on. Display settings, duplicate slideshow. Okay, I think this will help. Yes. All right. Thanks for confirming. Okay. Thank you. So brief about our company. See, we are an edtech company established in the year of 2003. It's been more than 20 years since we are incorporated, and we started our journey as a product company. We used to design and develop products in embedded systems back then for industrial applications and agricultural automation, etc. We also used to deliver trainings in embedded systems, Linux, and related technologies. Now we are completely focused in trainings. We are a edtech organization focused in delivering trainings for students as well as working professionals who are interested to learn about embedded systems, Internet of Things, and full stack web development. So that's a brief about what we are in short. And our focus or our goal is to ensure that fresh engineers who are graduated or still pursuing graduation become employable. So employability is a big challenge now, especially in the year of 2024, as we see that there is recession. So we're facing a lot of challenges in terms of graduates completing their engineering, getting employment opportunities, and even if they're getting employment opportunities, many of them are not able to grab a job in the core industry as well as an IT industry as well. So we are trying to solve the problem of employability by giving immersive trainings in the domains which I mentioned. And we're also trying to help working professionals and organizations who are interested to upskill themselves by delivering immersive custom training programs. So I'll talk more about what trainings we offer and how we are going to offer these trainings. And I'll also address your questions which are posted in the question pane. So please be patient for some time. I'll steer through the slides initially. Then in between, I'll take up your questions and try to answer many of the questions which you are sharing. In case I'm not able to answer your questions, I'll share the contact coordinates wherein you can reach out and try to basically get answers as well. All right. So quick introduction and placement updates before we get into the leadership team. So what I will do is I will quickly share another set of slides wherein I want to share recent placement updates with respect to our students who completed the course so that you get a context. let me share some of the success stories before I get into the main slide. All right. So I understand that all of you are here to learn embedded systems and eventually land up in a job in core domain, right? So we'll show some of the success stories which we had recently, be it freshers, be it whole year of pass out, so that you get in context, right? So hope my screen is visible to all of you. Okay. So here I'm just showing some of the information which we recently have in terms of how the placements are going on, right? So this is with respect to fresh success stories in terms of freshers who got placed recently. All right. So we have Ganesh Kandula, who is from Madanpalli Institute of Technology, AP, who recently got placed in Accord Technologies in the month of April with a package of 4.2 lakhs. We attended the embedded system course. And we have Suweta, who is from 2020, again, recent pass out. She completed the course and landed up a job in LG Soft in March 2024 from Bargur College of Engineering in Tamil Nadu. So we have Bitrarama Krishna Prasad, who completed the course recently and landed a job in Leica Wireless, the package of 4 lakhs. So he's also from AP, Vijayawada. And we have another candidate whose name is Suresh. He completed the course and he's from Belgavi, Karnataka. He ended up in a core job in LG Soft India. And we have Manan Teja, who completed his course from KS School of Engineering and Management, Bangalore, Karnataka. He landed up a job in Invendis. So we have good number of students who completed the course and were recent pass outs and landed up in companies like LG. We have Sanjay from Bangalore, Karnataka. He landed up a job in LG Soft. Then we have Ashwin Raj. He is from Perundurai, Tamil Nadu. He landed in a core company in Honeywell with a package of 6 lakhs. And we have Kavya, who completed the course and landed in a job in LG Soft India in the month of March. So we have so many success stories from fresh engineers who completed the course recently. And we have some more, which I'll share later. So what I wanted to basically convey here is that, yes, all of us here to basically learn something and eventually reach their goal. So I just showed some of the recent success stories to get started with. So let's get into the core, which is a leadership team. So in terms of leadership team, we are a 20-year-old organization wherein we have many experienced leadership team members, including Mars, who is the managing director, who looks into financials and our sales as well as admin department of the company, who is the founder of this organization. And you have Mr. Jayakumar. He was supposed to basically host this meeting today as well, but unfortunately he's not keeping well. He's a director and he has worked in other companies, including Huawei, HP, Ishoni Networks, and he was also senior manager in HP as well as Huawei. And right now he's part of the leadership team and works with the placement department as well as marketing team in Emertxe. And my name is Mubeen and I work as a technology head, looking after the technical department at Emertxe, as well as I coordinate with the placement team as well as the student success team at Emertxe. So we have a good, solid expert members whose main goal is to increase the employability and help students as well as working professionals to upskill and help them basically learn the necessary technology and equip themselves with the right skills to land up in a core job. So placement partners. So we have 1,000+ companies who are associated with us including top-notch companies like Qualcomm, Microchip, Chelsea, Boston, Sooner, NXP, Ampere, HP, ABB, right? Your companies like Aether, National Instruments, Samsung, and so on. Then we have other companies. If you look at Accord, right, we have companies like Vimera, Yana Mobility, right? So hundreds of companies across basically the market. It could be product companies like Boat, for example. You're familiar with Boat, right, who manufacture like smart devices. We have companies like Data Pattern, Havels. So all these are the companies who hire from us, including companies like Intel, L&T. Right, recently they hired many students. We have companies like Path Partner, Carnex, Kone, KPIT, and so on. So I'm just sharing some of those snapshot of companies who hire from us. These are all the companies who are associated with us. Companies like Marelli, right, automotive company, aerospace companies like Crest Aerospace, etc. Who are there who hire from us. Now, right, before we get into the course details, yes, what do you think? How is the currently how is the job market performing? Are there enough jobs in the market? Are you getting enough opportunities? What are the challenges you're facing currently, right? Be it freshers, be it working professionals. How is the current job market? Where is it heading towards? Is it good or is it bad? Do you see recession? Yeah, Vasant, I will show the career transition part. Maybe after a couple of slides, I'll come back to that. So Vasant is telling, I believe the current trend in IT and embedded systems is down coupled with AI scare. Okay. Tapal is telling it's bad. Okay. So how is like freshers? Are you getting campus opportunities? Are companies visiting your campus? Are you getting pool campus opportunities? Sridhar is telling it's medium. Hard to enter in embedded companies. Deepak Sahu is telling. Rekha is telling due to recession, it's tough competition for freshers. Okay, less opportunity on software side. Deepthi is telling. Many companies in IT are there, but no one can go for core companies. That is, Jagravi is telling job market is bad. Okay, all right. Sir, answer this after you finish the slides and ready to answer. I've seen there is online offline classes for the course. Okay, we'll talk about online offline. It's not that much good, right? So you all know, right? The job market, right, is affected a lot because of recession, right? It is like affected significantly in the IT sector, not just IT sector, across the industry, right? It's not specific to IT. The job segment has affected to some extent, right? It's not like very bad, but it's not so good as well, I could say, right? Now, if you look at the semiconductor, we are not going to cover about all the job segments. Let's discuss about basically what is our area of interest, right? So if you look at the semiconductor and device sector in India, we could see that in terms of employability, there is some positive response in terms of CAGR, right? So, for example, right, in semiconductor versus non-basically semiconductor, right? If you look at 2022, 2023 versus future 2025, 2026, we could see the green one is for VLSI design and blue one is for embedded software engineer. We're not going to talk about other segments here. So if you look at the growth, right, so 35% is VLSI and 65% is basically for embedded systems. And future, if you see, right, 5% jump is there from 65 to 70%. More number of jobs is going to get added in the embedded systems domain. So this is again sources ESCCI market research. They have conducted some research, and according to them, number of jobs is going to increase in the upcoming year. Right, that's what ESSI research says. Now, scope of core jobs. If you look at core jobs, right, every device is getting enabled with electronics and sensors, right? Wherever you go, for example, be it household, be it like wearable devices, right? Everything and anything is getting enabled with sensors, right? For example, you see that if you just sit in your home, you can see there are many embedded devices which are connected, right? You go to hospital, you can see everything is getting enabled with embedded systems and IoT, right? You take a look at basically mobile phones, right? More and more basically sensors are getting added. New basically companies are getting basically investing in mobile phone space. Wearables, for example, fitness devices, you can see everything and everything is getting enabled with uh, embedded devices, right? Sensors and basically electronics is getting enabled. Now, why is this possible? Because we want to make our life easier, right? We want to stay connected, right? For example, now I want to send my kid outside. I'm concerned about safety. I'll try to basically give my kid a smartwatch so that I can track, right? And let's say you want to remotely access a whiteboard. Even for example, I want to take a class. I'll buy a smart whiteboard, right? So I can connect a smart whiteboard. I can take a live class remotely so that anybody and anywhere, anybody remotely can access basically my whiteboard, right? Even it's possible to basically display and access my whiteboard remotely also. So anything and everything is enabled with electronics. So that means more jobs will get added in the electronics as well as embedded system space. Second most important thing is that India is becoming a semiconductor hub, right? You can see, right, a lot of companies are investing in India to set up a semiconductor hub, right? It could be setting up a fab. We see that a lot of news nowadays, right? Seeing that Gujarat is becoming like one center for semiconductor manufacturing. So semiconductor industry, if it's booming, naturally what happens is that the software industry will also grow, right? And recent study conducted by ESSCI, Electronics Sector Sale Council of India, gives the following stats. Right, during 2021-22, there were around 1.39 lakh jobs, whereas in 2025-26, they are predicting like it's going to be 3 lakhs jobs. Right, it's more than double the number of jobs will get generated in the electronic segment. And in this electronic segment, 55% of these jobs are going to come in the design side. Right, it could be software design, it could be hardware design. So what it says is that yes, maybe currently we are seeing some form of recession, but future looks good, right? In terms of number of jobs getting generated. Yes, we all know, right? There is a lot of things happening in the world. There is 2 wars going on, one in Ukraine, one in basically Palestine, etc., which will lead to some impact in the number of jobs. But given the projections, we should say positive, and we can expect that more number of jobs will get generated in the upcoming this year, towards the end of this year as well as in the upcoming year. So verticals to look out for, right? EV is a hot segment, right? We can see that in India is becoming a major hub of EV vehicles, right? For example, Ola is, I think, one of the world's largest manufacturer of electric vehicle scooters. All basically automobile companies are transitioning to EV domain. So it's not just about vehicles, it's also about setting up the infrastructure, right? The charging infrastructure, the internet backbone, etc. So more and more basically jobs will get generated in the EV space and the related ecosystem. Similarly, right, verticals to watch out is Internet of Things, right? Anything and everything want to get connected, right? It's not just about standalone embedded systems. So all these embedded systems should be able to remotely access and control. This is where the Internet of Things comes into picture. Third is AI enablement, right? So AI is not something which you're going to use independently, right? AI will be augmented, will be used as an augmented technology, right? Embedded systems will get enabled by AI, right? So you have to know about embedded systems, plus you have to know something about AI as well in the future, right? So you should be good in embedded system first. Maybe you should have some knowledge about how AI can be used in embedded systems, how AI can be used in my application, etc. So these are the verticals to watch out for in terms of upcoming job scope, correct, core job scope. So again, this information is available. You can share the link. Slides we'll share with you so that you can refer the resource which we refer to derive this information. So what does it mean for you? I would say opportunity to build a career beyond recession worries, right? You don't have to worry too much about recession. Yes, every now and then, right? We see that every 10 years or 5 years, some form of recession comes, but don't have to worry. And the core hardware-based companies have their foundation strong. They invest for very long term, right? If you look at a company like Bosch, they were running in the 1800s, right? It's like automobile company. They're not started recently. Whereas if you look at IT companies, they started recently, right? So these companies have their core foundations laid strong. Then we have pure software-based companies have wider swing. They go up and down very fast, right? Often we've seen, right? Sometimes they grow very fast. They also come down very fast as well, right? So ups and downs will be there in pure software companies as well. Placement companies are having good hiring projections for the future, right? So we are optimistic but cautious. This is what we wanted to share regarding the job trends in the embedded domain. Now, with respect to placements, we just wanted to share how placements looks like in the context of Emertxe, right? So month on month, we capture the information with respect to how many companies are visiting for placements. If you look at 2022, the blue one is 2022, the red one is 2023, and the green one is 2024. Hope you're able to see my slides, right? This graph, you're able to see it. Can you just confirm? Yes. I'll just disable my camera maybe. Yeah. Thanks for confirming. Right. Okay. So here, so we are very transparent. We don't want to basically showcase something which is not real. So if you look at this year, right, every year, every month, we are able to clock like 100 companies are visiting for placements throughout the year, right? You can see right here, January we have 100 plus. We have, for example, February, right, 100 plus is there in the last 2 years, right? But if you look at 2024, yes, we're seeing that the market situation has changed, right? So it's like because of recession, the number of companies hiring has reduced, but in May, for example, we have around 55 companies and we have another week to go. So hopefully, right, we are seeing an improvement, right? So it came down, this graph came down initially. Jan was 102, then Feb was 63, March was 61, April is 52, but May we are not completed. But as of today, we have floated some 55 applications and slowly we believe that it's going to improve, right? So this is something which we wanted to showcase as well. All right. So in terms of success stories, I just briefly shared with respect to how, right, freshers, how is the placement looking like in this recent past. So I wanted to showcase some success stories with respect to working professionals as well as people with a break and people who are attending online as well as offline. I'm not going to show all the information. I'll just share some of the success stories which we had recently, right? So I showed for freshers. Let me show you how it's going to look like for people who are having a career transition, right? Especially working professionals. So these are like some of the people who got placed recently. So we have Sanchana RS, who is from PSG Institute of Technology, Coimbatore. Right? If you look at her, she is coming from a different background, right? Non-core background. She was working as an associate software engineer in EY, Ernst Young, and from a software engineer, she transitioned to a core domain. She landed up in a job in Honeywell recently, right? So people are working in non-core domain or IT domain who have taken up the course has successfully basically launched their career or transitioned their career in the core domain. So she landed up in a good job in Honeywell, which is a good company. Similarly, we have Sampathis. He is from Sahyadri College from Mangalore. He grabbed an offer of 4.8 lakhs. So he was working as a system engineer in Infosys. And from system engineer, he transitioned to LG Soft, who was basically working LG Soft as an embedded professional, right? Similarly, we have Malati, who is from Tamil Nadu. She grabbed an offer of 5.2 lakhs. She is working as a process engineer in IITS. Process engineer, she landed in a embedded job in Infobel IT. Okay, so we have different people coming from different background, able to learn embedded systems and land up in a job in core companies. Right. Then we have Babu. He did his graduation from Newton Institute of Science, Guntur AP. He's working as an application developer in IBM. Right. He worked as an application developer in IBM. And after that, he transitions his career into embedded systems. He got a job in BCITS, Smarter Solutions. Similarly, we have Muhammad Naseem. He's from Palakkad, Kerala. He was working as a test engineer in VGuard, right? So from test engineer in VGuard, he landed up in a core job in VVD and technologies in embedded systems domain. So these are some of the examples of candidates who are coming from non-core domain and they're able to land up in a core domain. So career people who are coming from different career background, they can still do the course, complete the course properly and apply for companies in embedded system domain and land up in a core job. Similarly, let me share some of the success stories of people with a career break. Right, so this is also one set of people who ask this question, right? What if I'm having a career break? Can I land up in a job, right? So it could be because of personal reasons, right? Especially women folk, right? They sometimes take a break after marriage, or they may be due to pregnancy, they take a break and so on. So let me share this. Maybe I have to zoom out. Okay. So we have a candidate resume career after 4 years of break. Savik Roy, right? He joined Emertxe after 4 years gap. He landed up in a job in Malitra, right, with a package of 4.34 lakhs. It's very difficult often to make a decision right after a long gap. Then it's like many people lack motivation as to whether I can complete the course and land up in a job or not. So Savik Roy is an example of like how he, after 4 years of gap, he landed up in a core job, right? The package of 4.34 lakhs. Then we have another candidate, Gopal MV, who's having like a career gap of 4 years, right? He completed the course, did hands-on projects, right? Received mentorship, and landed up in a job in BCITS with a package of 4 lakhs. Right? Then we have another candidate with a career break of 3 years, Kishore. Right? He has a career break of 3 years. He got placed in Hummingbird Tech Systems. Right? Similarly, we have more candidates. We have Aishwarya Ji. She has a career gap of 3 years. She got placed in Elda Systems. Right? So all these candidates have a gap of 3 to 4 years, and they are also able to complete the course and land up in a core job. Right? So this is some of the success stories I wanted to share with respect to candidates who are having a gap of 3 to 4 years as well. So you even have candidates who are from older year of pass out, right? We'll share some of them, right? Not very old, right? For example, you have Venkat Prasad. He completed his course. He is a 2021 pass out from Bangalore, Karnataka. He landed up in a job in Amtronics, right? So even people with 2 or 3 years gap, they're able to land up in a job. We have Satik, who is from Jagdishpur. He also completed the course online, right? So these people have completed the course online, by the way. They took the course online, they completed a course and landed up in a job, right? So he completed the course online, he got a job in Unbox Robotics. Then we have 2017 pass out, Om Prakash. He's from Bijapur, Karnataka, completed the course online, also landed up in a job in a core company. Right? Then we have Akshata, she's from Karwar, Karnataka, 2022 pass out. She got a job in Gahan AI. Right? Then you have Praveen, he's 2021 pass out from Tanjavur, Tamil Nadu. Right? He completed the course and landed up a job in Agnikul. Right? So we have good number of candidates who completed the course, like 2017 pass out, Jayakumar Rathod, completed from Ramaya. He got a job in Calixto Systems. Right? Yeah, Anuj Kumar, he's from BMS College, 2020 pass out. He landed another job in SN Embedded Systems. These are some of the success stories we wanted to share so that you also get to know that what type of candidates take up the course and where they'll end up in. Right? So we have freshers, working professionals, people with a break, all basically segment of candidates are able to complete the course and able to land up in a core job. So I'm getting some questions. Let me try to see what those questions are. So companies are in Bangalore or in some other cities also. So we have companies all across India who are hiring from us, right? So majority of the companies, if we say they are from Bangalore, then Chennai, then Hyderabad, then Pune, then you have, for example, Noida, right, etc., right, Gujarat, and so on. So we have people, we have companies hiring from all across India, and we have good number of companies, majority of the companies from Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, Pune, and Noida, Gujarat as well. All right, I hope I answered your question. Why there is no recent year's placement? Okay, Divya, I think you attended, you joined the meeting late. I have shown it already, maybe I'll show it once again. Okay, so in the beginning I showed those freshers. Okay, let me share it once again. Okay, so these are like fresh engineers who got placed recently. These are freshers, recent pass outs. We have Ganesh from AP. He landed up a job in Accord with a package of 4.2 lakhs. Then we have Sueta. She's from Tamil Nadu. She got a job in LG Soft. These are not all complete lists. We're just sharing some of the information so that you can relate. Ram Krishna Prasad is from AP. He landed a job in Leka. So recently we placed around 11 students in Leka. This is just one of them. Then we have Suresh. It's a very bright student. He got a job in LG Soft India. Then we have Manam Teja. He landed a job in Invendis. It's also a core company. We have Sanjay P from Bangalore. He landed a job in LG Soft. We have Ashwin Raj from Perindarai, Tamil Nadu. He landed a job in Honeywell, and so on. These are some of the recent pass outs. Kavya, she's a recent pass out. She landed a job in LG, and so on. Okay, so we have many more. For the sake of time, I'm not showing everything. All right. So are we expecting increase in hiring by companies by end of this year or starting 2025? Yes, Srihari, hopefully, right? We are expecting more companies to hire. Yes, there is a slowdown now, but we could see companies have started hiring. Especially we could see companies like Qualcomm, they are hiring, right? So which is a good sign for us. So major students are from Bangalore or South region. Not like that, Harshad. We have people all across India, especially those who are in Karnataka, maybe, or nearby Karnataka. They sometimes come and attend the classes offline, but those who are staying outside, mostly they attend the classes online. Okay. Some questions like, is laptop needed to join the course? If you're attending the classes online, yes, you need a laptop. Otherwise, you have a laptop, it is good to have, right? You can bring your own laptop, that will help. Is it possible to get placed as embedded fresher abroad with highest package? Deepti, we are not yet doing placement outside India, but given, for example, an opportunity after completing the course, you should be able to land up in a job outside as well. But we are not supporting for placements outside India as of now. Okay. All right. So let me continue. I have some more questions. Like, I'm an older year of pass out due to personal reason, possible to restart my professional life. So Kalavati, it's possible, but compared to basically recent pass out, the number of opportunities you get will be relatively less, but you will get opportunities. Okay. Is there online course for embedded systems? Jonathan is asking. Yes, online course also we have. We have offline as well as online course, not just a offline course we have. So, okay, Deep is asking what skills are needed. I'll come back to that. Let me switch to the main topic with respect to what we offer in terms of course. Okay, let me switch back the slide. So what I will do is I'll briefly touch upon what we offer in terms of course, then I'll share a quick course demo, right? So this specific session we are hosting for embedded system course. We also have courses in IoT and for computer science IT. People are interested in the IT domain. We also have a course called as full stack web development course, right? That is separate. Let's say computer science IT background candidates, if you're interested in basically IT domain, they can also join the full stack web development course. I'm not going to talk about full stack web development course here. I'm going to talk about embedded systems only as of now, right? Okay. So embedded system course, what's our goal? Transform engineers with skill gap into ready to deploy resources with organizations working in different domains of embedded systems. So what we see is that students who complete their graduation, or maybe people are working in non-core domain, they have a skill gap, right? So what companies expect versus what academics provide is not matching, right? So we all know that, right? So our goal is to address that skill gap by enabling the learners with necessary knowledge and skills so that they can land up in a core job. So there are three options to opt for in terms of course offerings. So we have offline course. So offline course we offer in Bangalore only. So we are located in MG Road in Bangalore. So if you're interested to join the offline course, you can come down to Bangalore and you can take up the course physically, right? So class as well as lab will happen in our Bangalore centers. So this is mostly suitable for freshers or who are not working, who can come to Bangalore and attend the classes physically in our Bangalore office. But those who are maybe working or maybe who are staying far from Bangalore and they wanted to basically take up the course in the remote way, they can opt for the online course. So online course, we have two options. One is online regular, wherein the class timings are between 9:30 to 4. So they can opt for this online regular course, wherein we have online live sessions. You can attend the class from the comfort of your home, right? So learn from anywhere. So this also suitable for freshers. So freshers can either opt for offline course or an online course. So class and lab will happen in online mode also. The difference is the mode of delivery. With the contents, effectiveness, everything will remain the same. There is a third option wherein we have working professionals. Let's say they can't attend the class offline or they can't attend the class during regular sessions. They can opt for the evening batches wherein the classes will be happening in the after work hours. Typically, the class will start at 7 to 9 in the evening, and maybe lab sessions happens at 6. So 3 options are there. So the first 2 are suitable for freshers. Third option is suitable for working professionals. So we don't recommend students to join the third option unless you are currently pursuing your engineering, right? Let's say there is people are in the final year, pre-final year, etc., who are interested to take the course early. They can opt for option 3. I think I got some questions. Let me quickly look into it. Okay. Okay. So if something relevant is there, I'll try to answer it. Okay. So what skills are there? I'll come to that. So what is the highest package, etc.? As of now, right? Highest package, I would say, is for Qualcomm, right? Around basically range is like something around, highest package varies again, right? So in the bucket of 10 lakhs, currently this month, last month also we had companies giving a package of 10 lakhs. It could go up to, for example, 20 lakhs plus also, but that won't be a significant portion of it. There are very few companies will give that kind of a package, but 10 lakhs is a decent package which you can get if you are good generally. So we have companies who pay 4 lakhs also, we have companies who pay 4.5, we have companies who pay 6 lakhs, companies who pay 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs. So there is a range, right? Our average package is around 4.5 lakhs. Maximum is 20 lakhs plus. So let's switch to what we offer, right? So this is the mode of delivery we have. And if you look at the detailed comparison in terms of the duration, etc., comparison wise. So duration is, I would say, is around 6 months. Sometimes it takes more also, but at least it's going to take minimum of 6 months to complete the course. It can increase up to 8 months as well, depending upon your basically completion rate, right? So in the offline mode, we have around 8 modules, and the online mode, we have 7 modules or subjects which we complete. In this, 6 subjects are live, 2 subjects will be given as recorded videos to you. So on a daily basis, you have around lab and class sessions, approximately 2 hours, you can say, or 1.5 to 2 hours will be the lab and class sessions. Every day you'll have lab and class sessions in online mode as well as in offline mode. And evening batches will happen between, okay, there should be correction here. Yeah. Evening batches will start at 7 p.m. whereas other batches, online batches, we have multiple batches running. So some of the batches will start at as early as, sorry, that's a correction here, 7:30 as well. Okay. In the offline mode. So offline we have early batches also, 7:30 batches are also available in offline. Whereas in the online we have batches running at 9:30 in the morning as well as 7 p.m. in the evening slot. All right. So typically you'll have 5 to 6 days a week class. So we usually conduct 5 days of class, and Saturday is mostly reserved for test or some follow-up session. Right. In the offline mode, you will not get access to recorded videos, whereas in the online mode, you get access to recorded videos, which is an advantage. Right. So in case you want to revise the topics, you can watch the recorded videos and you can brush it up. Right. Or worst case scenario, sometimes you miss some classes, which we don't recommend. You can even watch the recorded videos in the online sessions. So one major difference with respect to online versus offline is the hardware. So for the microcontroller module, we will provide the hardware so that you can work on it in the offline mode, whereas in the online mode, we will give access to a simulator which you can download on your system, and you can complete your assignments and project using a simulator. Right? I'll show a demo also how the simulator looks like in the online mode. But in terms of your learning outcome, there won't be much of a difference, because whatever programs you write in the hardware, same program will work on the simulator. I'll show a quick demo of it. With respect to placements, there is not much of a difference. 2 years of unlimited placements you get, be it offline, be it online, you will get 2 years of unlimited placement from our side. So this is a detailed comparison with respect to how the online versus offline mode of delivery looks like. So more or less things remains the same. Only difference is that in the online space you'll get recorded videos. That is an advantage. Let me just grab a glass of water. Please excuse me. I'm getting some questions. So I'm new to Linux. Will 1 month module be enough to gain knowledge to get placed in company? So we're not just teaching Linux. In fact, okay, I'll share what subjects we are teaching quickly. We're teaching around 7 to 8 subjects, which will help you to get a job in a core company, right? It's not about one subject. Okay. So course duration, I think already mentioned. It's there in the slide. So Mohammed Junaid is asking, as a fresher, can we get 10 lakhs? Yes, you can get 10 lakhs package as well. So Vishesh is asking, your working professionals, 9 to 5 is office time. Sometimes they get back late to PG. Yeah. So working professionals, evening batch is suitable. So in like 7 p.m. class you can attend. In case you miss the class, you can watch the recorded videos. As I mentioned, hardware devices, if it's offline, we will provide you the hardware. So online, you can use the simulator, you can practice the programs. Jonathan, is there a short-term course like 1 to 2 months? Sorry, Jonathan, we don't have a placement-oriented course for 1 to 2 months, right? If you're interested, for example, let's say you want to learn only microcontrollers, then you can take up that module and you can learn about, let's say, microcontroller module. But we don't have a complete, basically, course which covers all these 7 subjects in 1 to 2 months. Not possible. Right? What is the prerequisite for this course? You need to be a BTech graduate. That is a prerequisite for this course, nothing else. Deepthi is talking about 50 lakhs package for embedded pressure. I don't think any company will provide a 50 lakh package. Okay, so I have not seen any company offering 50 lakh package for a fresher at least, right? So next offline batch I will share you. It's available on website. Okay, typically at the end of every month we start a batch. So online as well as offline batch at the end of a month, right? Towards the end of a month we will start this. Okay, so let me switch to the important topic, which is what are you going to learn and which modules you're going to learn as part of this course, right? Give me a moment. Let me quickly open my whiteboard. Just a moment, I'm just opening another file. Hope my screen is visible to you. So as part of the embedded system course, these are the subjects which you will be learning as part of the course. Here, to start with, we start with a module which is called Linux Basics. It's a very short module wherein we'll give a quick introduction to how to use Linux operating system, as well as the commands which are frequently used on Linux. Following that, we'll teach subjects like C programming, which is very important and essential to get started with embedded systems software development, right? Here we'll start from the basics to the advanced of the C programming module, which includes not just concepts, it includes problem solving skills also. So this will be taught in detail. Somebody who does not have a background about programming also can learn about C programming. And many of the companies, they start taking the interview by asking questions in C programming, right? C will be covered in detail. After C, we have other subjects including C++, wherein we'll teach about concepts like class, objects, OOPS concept, and so on. Following C++, we teach data structures, which is more of learning about different data structures and algorithms, including stacks, queues, linked list, trees, and so on. So data structures are essential to learn how to efficiently write programs for complex applications. And again, whatever subjects we teach will be used in future projects which are going to build as part of any product. And for interviews also, these subjects are useful, right? Apart from that, data structures will teach you the basics of electronics. We all know, maybe we might have studied already in college, but sometimes what happens is that we forget things. So we wanted to recall some of the basic electronic topics because companies do focus on basic electronics, right? Then we'll get to the heart of the embedded systems, which is microcontrollers. So using PIC microcontroller, we'll teach you microcontroller architecture, peripheral programming, concepts like interrupts, protocols, etc. will be taught in the microcontroller module. So here we learn about embedded software development. Then following that, we'll teach you about Linux internals. Here we'll discuss in detail about operating system concepts, including process, multiprocessing, multi-threading, network programming, inter-process communication, and so on. And in the end, we'll share you a recorded video course about embedded Linux on ARM, which is not related to programming, but to learn about booting sequence, kernel compilation and configuration, and so on. So these are the subjects we'll be learning as part of the online as well as offline course. So in the offline course, there is one extra subject called as QT, which will be again shared as a recorded session for you. So these are the subjects we're going to teach as part of the embedded system course. And this is what is necessary for you to get started in a career path to become an embedded engineer? I think I have some questions. Let me just pick it up. Right. So I think, yeah, this is the answer to subjects in embedded for you. Right. Can electrical engineers do this course? Yes, electrical electronics engineers can do the course. Okay, syllabus is what I'm explaining. So detailed syllabus you can download from our website. Okay, it is undergoing some changes, but the last month syllabus available. We are doing some changes in the syllabus, but more or less the syllabus remains the same, which I shared you as of now. 70% academic score is required to get into placements. Not necessary. We are expecting, right? Not expecting 70+%. Sub branches in embedded. We don't have like sub branches courses as such, but embedded system is a very vast domain, right? If you know the core of embedded system, we can land up in a job in different technology domains. It could be consumer electronics, it could be automobile domain, it could be avionics, and so on, right? Okay. So Vasant, is there a Q&A session at the end? Yes, we'll have a Q&A at the end, but related to the current topic. I'm just taking some questions so that we are able to have a context. Robotic students can also do this course, not an issue. Okay. All right. So let me move on to the other topics. So in terms of our course delivery, right, how the course delivery looks like in terms of our pedagogy, I just wanted to share some information. So typically, how does your course journey looks like? So on a daily basis, we will have class and lab, right? We have class and lab on a daily basis. And after that, you have to work on assignments and projects, right? So it's not just about understanding the topic, it's about applying. So application is what differentiate between academics and Emertxe, right? Emertxe, we focus more on application rather than about theory. So during the class also, you have to take your laptop, complete the programs, etc. during the class session itself. And after the class sessions, in the lab sessions, you have to work on assignments. And post class and lab, we'll have to complete the assignments and project, right? On a regular basis, we'll conduct some tests to evaluate your performance and understanding level. So this is more about concentrating on the subjects and making you ready for placements. And to avail support during non-class lab hours, you have access to WhatsApp group. You can post your queries in the WhatsApp group for doubt clearing. So you don't have to wait for the class to start or the labs to start. Even during non-class lab hours, during office hours, like 9 to 7, for example, you can post your doubts in the WhatsApp group. Regarding placement preparation, it's important that you are placement ready. So we conduct regular prep sessions, which includes mock interviews. Before you attend a real interview, we'll schedule mock interviews for you and share the feedback so that you know where you stand in terms of your performance. We have a huge database of company specific questions, right? Over the past 10, 15, 20 years, we have collected good set of questions. And this is exclusively available for our students, right? We have a huge database. This will help you to prepare yourself well for the companies which you are applying. So we have interview preparation sessions, we have placement coaching sessions, etc., which is dedicated for helping you to become placement ready. Right? We also create something called as WhatsApp group for every company which visits, so that completed information, right, progress with respect to your test, progress with respect to your interviews, etc., will be shared in the placement preparation groups. We also have student success team. Sometimes what happens that, right, it's like you complete engineering, right, and you're learning many things. So it's important that you get feedback from somebody else, right? So we have a student success team who will counsel you. They will guide you according to your performance, right? You'll get regular feedback from them, and you can also seek help in terms of counseling, right? Somebody is finding some difficulty, challenges, etc., to complete the assignments or not able to understand some concepts, etc. Very well, you can get in touch with the mentors, but apart from mentors, you can also get in touch with the student success team. So overall, we have a package which is not just technically focused, which is focused on technical understanding as well as support, placements, and coaching as well, right? So this is our training pedagogy. Now, any questions you have related to how we are delivering the course, etc.? Can Venkata is asking, can CSE student do this course? Yes, CSE students can do this course. But if you're interested in, let's say, something which is related to CSE, we have something called as full stack web development course also. Full stack and DSA courses also available, Venkata. So Kishore is asking, is this for software engineering position or is it also useful for hardware engineering? We're not focusing on software, hardware engineering topics, Kishore. We're mostly focused on embedded software engineering. Okay. So Apurva is asking, what about RTOS and STM32? So in terms of microcontroller, right, we are using PIC microcontroller to teach microcontroller module. And when you talk about RTOS, we are using Linux as an operating system. So whatever concepts are related to OS, like multi-threading, multi-processing, inter-process communication, TCP/IP protocol stack, network basically programming using sockets, etc., will be covered as part of the Linux. So that becomes the base. We can transition from one OS to another. That should not be difficult. So Vishal is asking, company for online or offline? Doesn't matter, Vishal. So companies will have both the mode of interviews. Some companies will say that they need to come to office to take the interview. Some will say that you need to attend online. So depending on the company, there will be variations. Okay, so STM32 is not included as part of the course, Apurva. Instead, we have PIC microcontroller as part of the course. So Sean is asking, how do we access our online course? Will you get a link? Yeah, it will be shared all the necessary materials, links to attend the course. Typically, the link will be shared to you once you're enrolled, right? So you can attend them throughout the course. So Sumant, which type of microcontroller are you using? Yes, as I told you, PIC microcontroller use. PIC is from microchip. Okay, we use PIC microcontroller. All right. So I think I'll move on. So as I mentioned, the online mode of delivery, right? This will be the thing. You have live virtual classes, assignments, explanation sessions, and doubt clearing sessions will be there. Then you have to complete your assignments, get it evaluated, etc. Right. So this I already explained to you. So importantly, we'll have something called as prep sessions, which are dedicated, right? So it's not just about knowing things. Often we forget things, right? Human tendency we forget. So we'll have prep sessions, which includes technical and non-technical, basically prep sessions. Like resume prep sessions will be there, interview prep sessions will be there, and so on, right? So overall, right, initially learn about Linux, C, C++ programming, then learn about data structures, Linux internals, microcontrollers and interfacing. Then you'll transition to embedded Linux on ARM platform, right? These are the skills you're going to build during the course. And this is what is enough for you to get a land up in a job in a core domain, at least to get started, right? So on top of it, we'll conduct something called as DISA workshops, which will help you to basically build your resume. You'll get tips and basically tricks on how to face interviews and so on, right? So each of these subjects will be working on high quality projects. At least you will have to do around 8 projects at the end of the course, right? That's what our recommendation is. As I told you, we have a separate track called as Disha session, wherein we'll conduct resume prep workshops. We also do soft skills, basically evaluation, wherein we'll conduct soft skills, basically evaluation of you and guide you according to your communication skills as well. Right. So I think I have some questions. Let me check whether it's relevant or not. Okay. So Karen is asking which is more effective, online or offline. I would say both are effective. It's your convenience, right? Some people, they want to come to Bangalore and attend the course. Some say, no, I'm not ready to come to Bangalore. I want to attend from the comfort of the home, right? So there are pros and cons for both. The pros of basically coming to Bangalore is that you directly get interaction with the mentors, whereas the cons is that try to come to Bangalore, stay here, you'll be paying more for your PG. The course fee is relatively high for offline mode as well, right? That is the difference. But in the online mode, you can attend from your home comfortably, right? There's a difference. So Madhubala is asking, as experienced candidate, is it possible to switch the line to embedded? How scope will be, and do you provide as placements? Yes, Madhubala, we do provide. Again, if compared to basically freshers, the opportunities, what they get will be more, and what you get will be relatively less. But you can always apply for placements for which you are eligible for. We have companies who hire for older year of pass out also with non-relevant experience as well. So Apurva is asking EMI. Yes, installment options are available, right? You can get in touch with our counseling team who will guide you for that as well. Okay. So let me do one thing. What I will do is that I'll quickly share a demo of how our online courses are delivered, so that some of you are asking difference between online and offline. I'll share a quick demo of how the online course gets delivered. It's not a complete basically session, just we have just cut some part of it and just showing you so that you can get an idea of how the online basically delivery looks like quickly.
These are the total memory allocated. Now, after an array has been declared, maybe I want to give the values into the array, because just the array's declaration will have garbage value. Assume I take int array of size 5. Okay, there has to be 20 bytes of memory allocated. Assume this is the 20 bytes of memory allocated for the array. So I'm storing 5 integers. So each integer takes how many bytes? Each integer takes how many bytes? Correct. So each integer takes 4 bytes. So if the starting address of the array is 1000, where will be the next element present? If the starting address of the array is 1000, where will be the next element present? Assume this is 1000. Where will be the next element present? Yes. Each of the element uses 4 bytes. So it is 1004, then 1008, 1012, 1016. To access the array's element, you have to go with something called as the index number. An index number varies between 0 to size -1. So very first element will be in index 0. Second element will be in index 1. Third element will be in index 2. Fourth element will be in index 3. And fifth element will be in index 4. Okay. If you just declare the array like this, the array's element will have garbage value by default. So in order to not have a garbage value present inside the memory block, maybe I want certain values to made sit inside it. In such cases, I have to do the array's initialization. To initialize the array, here inside the curly braces, I have to give 5 elements: 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. In that case, that value will be written here. That will be 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Okay, this is how I declare the array. This is how I do the initialization, and this is how the memory for the array will be allocated. Accessing happens with respect to the index number varying between 0 to size minus 1. See here, data type, name, size, where size represents the number of elements. So the total memory occupied by the array is number of elements multiplied by size of an element. That is in turn size into size of the data type. If this is the array I'm going to take of 5 size with the values 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50, this will be the array. So the very starting address of the array always is called as the base address of the array. This address 1000 will always be called as the base address of the array, or you can also call it as starting address or address of the very first element of the array. All of them means the same, but we usually refer it as base address. Okay, you can call it as base address, or you can call it as the starting address, or you also can call it as the address of first element. Okay, the starting address is called as the base address or starting address or address of the first element of the array. So then it is plus 4, plus 8, plus 12, plus 16. Index has to vary between 0 to size minus 1. So it has to be starting from 0. An array is a collection of similar data type. Elements occupy consecutive memory locations. First element will be in the lowest address and last element will be in the highest address. Elements are indexed from 0 to size minus 1. So if the size of the array is 5, index will vary from 0 to 4. Accessing out of the range array elements would be an illegal access. So whenever you have to access the elements of the array, you have to go with the name of the array, then the index number. Okay, so array of 0, array of 1, like this, you have to go with the index number. So if the index number varies between 0 to 4, I can access only between array of 0 to array of 4. Out of the boundary, that is accessing array of minus 1 or accessing array of 5 is not allowed. It is an illegal access where you might get to see a error. So accessing out of the range array elements would be illegal access. You should not access the elements in array of minus 1 and array of size. And once the memory for the array is allocated, it can never be altered in the runtime. That is, while executing the program, the array size can never be modified. So if you declare an array like this, it will be 20 bytes of memory allocated for sure. So this size can never be altered throughout the program. Again, here in double denom of size 6, There will be 48 continuous bytes already allocated. You never get a chance to increase or decrease the size once it has been allocated. So this is the concept of array. Clear this much? Okay. So have this one noted. The next we will see is how to print the elements of the array. Okay. So there are different ways of printing the array's element, which we will be seeing shortly. Before that, have this one noted. So the next we have got is to print the array's element. So when you are supposed to print the array's element, we usually go with the name of the array and the index number. But that has to be done on a repetitive manner. So what is it necessary to be used? What is it necessary to be used if I have to print? Yes, loop is definitely necessary. So I can print the array's element in any of a loop considered. Observe. Okay. So first I try printing it in a for loop. Int array of size 5. I also do the initialization with 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. I need another integer variable I for the sake of index. So I will first say it as printf arrays elements are. Okay. So I run a for loop for I is equal to 0, I less than 5 and I plus plus, because 5 is the size of the array. Inside this, I go with the printf. Sorry. Yeah, so printf %d \n comma array's name with index. Okay, so first array of 0 will be printed when I will have a 0 taken, then array of 1, then array of 2, array of 3, array of 4. When I becomes 5, 5 lesser than 5 will be condition false. You come out of the for loop. Observe the output here. So I'm compiling and executing. These are the arrays element which I am printing using a for loop. Let me change this.
So that was a quick demo of one of the topics in C called as arrays. Right. So I just wanted to tell you that we teach everything from scratch in detail. This was a recorded session. So typically what happens is that the students also interact. They can post questions in the chat and they can clarify the doubts as well. And meanwhile, auto programs has been typed, right? You can also execute those programs on your system as well, right? So I'll quickly walk through right our other basically thing, which is I want to also showcase how our course resources can be accessed using learning management system, which is accessible to students who are enrolled in our course, and they can access the materials including recorded sessions, slides, uh, assignments, projects, and so on. Okay, give me a moment. I'll just share my screen again. Hope my screen is visible. All right. So what I'm showing is our custom learning management system, which students get access to. So as I informed earlier, right, we have multiple modules as part of the course. So one of the module is called as Advanced C, wherein students can access all the resources related to that specific module, right? So here, if you see, there are some activities which includes assignments, attendance, feedback, discussion forums, quizzes, resources, etc. So a module is divided in different chapters. For example, you have basic refresher, right? You can see slides related to a basic refresher. For example, let me show one of the slides, right? Basic refresher. For example, you can see the contents related to that specific topic. You can access these resources which are in detail explained to you. You can see this information from scratch, right? Similarly, you can also access other resources including your programs. We have something called as virtual programming lab, wherein you can type in the code in this portal only, right? So you can type on your system also, but we recommend you to basically type the programs in this portal also, right? You can go to this, for example, program. You can basically type the code here itself, right? I can write code here, you can evaluate it, it will get automatically submitted. So you get access to all these resources as well as online programming lab, wherein you can automatically you can write your program, submit the assignment, it will automatically give you feedback, right? Feedback is immediate, right? You don't have to wait for the mentor to tell you whether the program is correct or not. We have automated the grading system also. So I don't know whether you're familiar with online programming platforms like HackerRank, LeetCode, etc. So here we have an ecosystem built into your learning management system where you can access all these resources, right? You have projects also accessible, right? You can work on the projects, project information, etc. is available. You can work on the projects, so you can showcase the project to others in other companies, right? Then you have quizzes, you can participate in the quizzes, you can take the quizzes and you can see your understanding level and so on. So class recordings is also available for online students, right? Online students, they can get access to class recordings, like topic by topic, you can access it, you can watch the recorded videos also. Similarly, you have lab recordings also, you can get access to lab recordings, explanation of the assignments, etc. is available, right? Just wanted to showcase this to you so that you get an idea like what all access information you get access to. Any questions so far? Right. Okay. I don't see much of a question. Jonathan, I would suggest you can talk to one of our counselors because we have like different modules with different duration, right? For example, C module will run for around 2.5 months, then microcontrollers for let's say 1 month or plus, then data structures for 1 month plus, etc. So different modules have different duration. Depending upon your interest, you can join that specific module. So let me cover up some other basically topics which are frequently asked by candidates, right? So let me pick this up. Some of them you already asked and I answered, I believe. Okay, so this question is a very popular question. Is online course as effective as offline course? Yes, it's as effective as offline course. Only thing is that you should be honest in attending the classes, right? Many a time what we've seen, right, especially in COVID, right? My kids also are there who take up the online course. They just turn on the video and just leave, right? So you should be honest in attending the classes, honest in completing the task. Then the class will be as effective as offline course. You have to be genuine in attending the classes and completing the task, right? Which one is cost effective, online, offline? Online is very much cost effective. Fees is comparatively less, plus the cost of staying in Bangalore, eating food, etc. is less, right? Online is cost effective compared to offline, right? Then, okay, sorry, this is the wrong slide. Is learning simulators and simulators as effective as real hardware? Yes, right. In terms of basically programs you write, it's going to be same. There's no difference. In fact, you have more peripherals when you use the real simulators compared to real hardware, right? But if you want to purchase a hardware, you can do that as well, but it's not mandatory, right? You can very well work on online simulators for the online mode of delivery. Who are your mentors? Typically, these mentors are like people who are well versed in the subject and they're with us for many years. And different modules have different mentors who are experts in that subject area, and they will guide you in different subjects. So this also I covered already. We have support in the WhatsApp group also, right? Apart from live sessions. And this also answered. You can take up the evening course, right? Working professionals can take up the evening course. And some of them may be still doing their maybe third year or fourth year. Can you take up this course? Yes, you can take up the course. Not a problem, right? In fact, many people have done that. They'll end up in a job as soon as they complete their graduation, right? So they're smart kids out there. So this is up to you. I've completed my engineering. Should I choose online or offline? It's up to you, right? Suppose you are staying nearby Bangalore and you don't want to you can come here and take up the offline course, but you'll say you want to work remotely and learn remotely with the comfort of your home. You can take up the online course. Online course is cost effective compared to offline course, but it's your choice, right? We are not forcing you. So there is no difference. Online, offline doesn't matter. Your skill matters, right? Your skill matters, and you should be ready to attend the interviews depending upon the mode of interview as well. Some companies conduct the interviews online. Some companies conduct the interview in the offline mode. So you should be ready to attend the interviews if they are scheduled offline as well. I think this also address. I'm having a year gap, which course will help me. Better to choose the regular course so that you're focused, right? And yeah. So that's it about some of the FAQs. Let me jump into the placement section. I already discussed about some of the success stories. Let me walk you through the placement process which we have in Emertxe, right? So our placement process is designed in a transparent and systematic manner. This is the process we follow at Emertxe. Typically what happens is that once a student has joined the course, they are enrolled into something called as placement Google group, right? Wherein you get notification about the companies which are interested to hire our students, right? These opportunities are exclusively for our students, many of them. So they give the job description, we float an application, you can check those applications. If interested and eligible for that company, you can apply, right? Once you apply for that company, we do some internal shortlisting and your names will be sent to the company. So what the company does is that they will filter your profiles based upon some parameters, including your profile and your resume, etc. They'll schedule the test and interview. It's once they schedule the test and interview, based upon your performance, they will release the offer letter wherein you can join the company immediately. Most of the hiring happens immediate joining, right? Any of the companies. Once you get the offer letter, you can basically join the company at the earliest as per the joining date. All right. So this process is very short and it's very systematic. We have a dedicated placement team who works with companies to understand the job requirements, and based upon the completion of modules, you can apply for those companies. And once you apply, you should be ready for clearing the interviews. So this is a very simple process which you follow at Emertxe. Now, just to showcase you how the placement looks like, let me just show you, right, different companies which hire from us. Right, let me share my screen as well. Right. So you will be enrolled to, for example, our placement group. Just a second. both are completed. So sorry for that. So this is how the placement group looks like, wherein all the companies which are hiring from us, they will share the application with us. For example, let me take one company, let's say Sonix, right? So today we have floated this application. So detail about the company will be listed, right? And what skill set is required, right? It will show, right? So the candidates who have completed C, C++, data set microcontrollers can apply. Embedded systems as well as IoT students can apply. Look at the eligibility criteria, right? No year of pass out, right? There is no percentage criteria also. There is no year of pass out. So many of them are asking, right, what if I have a gap? Can I apply or not? Right? So compensation varies, depends on the performance in the interview. 18.288 to 4.2 lakhs. If there is any bond is mentioned, so this company does not have any bond. Mode of interview is shown, it's direct, right? Work location is also shown. You can click on this application, you can start applying, right? This is how a application looks like. So students who completed these modules who are eligible can apply for this company, right? But it's important that once you apply for the company, you be ready. If you get the offer letter, you have to accept that company, right? Let me share some of the other basically applications, right? Updates. For example, I'm just sharing like written test update also be sure, right? RGB is a company, right? Schedule is also shared once some students are shortlisted. For example, tomorrow some of the students are attending. This notification will also send in the goal groups. Let me take some other company. For example, let me take Celsius Communications. Okay, it's a premium company, right? So here you can see skill set, what is expected, right? Eligibility criteria, for example, is showing 70% throughout academics. 2020 to 2023 pass outs can apply. Package is 10 to 14 lakhs, right? This is kind of a premium company. Mode of interview is direct. Job location is Bangalore, right? So this is how the applications are voted. Once application is voted, you can apply based upon eligibility criteria. Then the interview process will continue, right? This is how the placement process looks like. Like we have hundreds of companies who are hiring from us. All right. Any questions related to placements? Uh, written test aptitude or not depends on the company. Most of the companies will have technical test. Some companies, especially for freshers, they keep a aptitude test as well. So when you're asking course fee, I'll come to that. Okay, so I hope there is no more questions related to placements as of now. Okay, let me move on because we are running out of time also. It's almost 8:45. Okay, so NSDC certificate I'll skip for now. So we are affiliated with the NSDC as National Skill Development Corporation. So once you complete the course, you can apply for NSDC certification exam. So this exam is not very difficult. Probably a test and an interview will be there, post which you will get a certificate from Government of India, right? Which is an added value add for you. So course dates, and if you're asking when the course is going to start, okay, these are the course dates. So we have on 28th May, our online regular batch is starting, which is recommended for freshers or people who are not working. So they can enroll for the online regular course starting on 28th May. On 30th May, we have offline course, which we are starting on 30th May, right? So first one is online regular batch for freshers as well as people who are not currently working. And second one is for offline batch, which we are going to start on 30th. Right. Then we have online evening, which we're going to start early next month, 4th of June. So these are the 3 batches which are available currently. Typically offline batches, there will be multiple. Online also will have online regular and online evening, right? These are the course commencing dates. So if you're interested or we want to know more about the course, including the course fee, installments, discounts, etc., I would recommend that you contact our course counselors. This is a phone number. You can make a note of it. You can take a screenshot also. It's available on our website also. You can order this phone number. You can call them or you can WhatsApp them. They will respond to you. Or you can send an email to training@emertxe.com. Right. So online mode, offline mode, the fee information is different. You'll also get some discounts based upon your percentage. You also get group discounts also. So all that information you can access by contacting our counselors in this given number, right? Evening timings. Evening class timing will be at 7 to 9, Vandana. Lab will be at 6 p.m. right? So class will be at 7 p.m. Lab will be at 6 p.m. So 7 to 9 is the main class that happens. Okay. So Kishore is asking, selected one company, can you apply for other company? No, Kishore. So if you're applying for a company and you get an offer letter, you have to join that company. So typically we say that apply for companies with priority, right? Some companies you are interested to apply and join, you apply for those companies only. Just for namesake, don't apply for companies. Regular online timings, it will be 9:30 to 1:30. Typically during that time, 9:30 will be the class. Let's say you have class for 2 hours, then a break, again lab for, let's say 1.5 hours typically, right? 9:30 will be the start time for regular online timings. Rakesh. Any other question with respect to course date? Offline timings, we have multiple batches, Vishnu. One batch is at 7:30, another batch is at 11:15, another batch is at 3 o'clock. 3 slots are available, right? Depending upon the batch. So depending upon the registration, right? It's like a queue system, right? As students join, we'll start new batches. So any of these slots will be available, Vishnu. Weekly, how many days we have to have classes? 5 days is mandatory, Monday to Friday. Sometimes on Saturdays also you'll have class or test. Okay. Madhubala. Vasant, yes, this is the end of presentation. Yes, this is the end of presentation, Vasant. You have any questions? Hardware batch provided for online. Hardware provided. Hardware we are not providing, but if you're interested, you can procure hardware. You can purchase it. But we use the simulator for teach hardware, microcontrollers. Jasmita, if I miss this batch, when will the next batch start? Typically every month, at the end of every month we start. Okay. More questions are coming. Can you select the batch timings for offline? Yes, you can put a recommendation for offline batch. Depending upon batches available, you can share a recommendation for offline. No problem. Yes. Fee same for offline, online. No, Gautam, you can reach out to this number which I'm sharing on the slide. Offline fee is different from online fee. Online fee is less compared to offline. Vasant is asking, okay, big question you have. Okay. Chances of getting placed and decent package 6 lakhs per annum and transition career. Will have prior programming experience from other work experience consider. Okay, knowledge of foreign language, example German consider. Impact of AI in embedded systems, possibility of getting placed by AI. Your thoughts about trust into embedded ecosystem. Will there be an online batch? Okay, you have around 6 to 7 questions, I believe. Vasant, let me see which ones I can address in this short time. Will there be an online batch in July? Have some commitments and complete. Yes. So ones which are easy to answer, I'll answer quickly. Yes, I told you, Vasant, every month we have a batch starting, right? Every month we have multiple batches starting. That's not a problem. Getting package 6 lakhs per annum, that's also not a problem. So I would like to look at your profile, Vasant. Maybe what I would suggest is, it looks like you have some experience. If you send the resume, that will help us to basically assess you, right? So that will give us an idea, Vasant. So maybe I can schedule a call with one of our counselors so that he can get an idea about all these questions. And I can also have a talk to you personally, not a problem, right? Over a call or through WhatsApp. I'll try to address your concern separately because it will take more time. Office location, we are located in MG Road, Bangalore. So let me just quickly share this, right? Address I'm sharing, right? You can have a look at it. So this is the office address. Just 2 minutes walk from MG Road metro station, we are located. So you can reach our office via metro as well, or you can commute using any other modes. A lot of questions are coming. I don't know whether I'll be able to pick it up. Fee details, as I told you, you can reach out this number. Then laptop is mandatory, or we can manage in phone. No, Vandana. This is a pretty intensive course wherein laptop you have to get, right? Without laptop, it is not going to work. Duration of offline batch, it will be minimum of 6 months. Altaf, typically it is between 6 to 8 months. That's the duration. We'll try to complete in 7 months time typically, right? 6 to 7 months is what we try to target. Online 8 to 10 p.m. my request. Okay, Nagasai, I understand you're working. Jonathan, as I told you, rest you can opt for, let's say you want to learn about microcontrollers, you can learn microcontrollers for maybe 2 months time, right? It's possible. Please reach out to this number, they'll share you the details. Specific modules are also available. Then future growth, will there be in embedded hardware? As I told you, we're not focused on embedded hardware, we're focusing on embedded software. But there are for learning embedded hardware, the skill set is different, right? Which we are not teaching as of now. Sumant, what is this? July, also we have some batches. We have some batches in July also. What about old pass out students regarding placements? As I showed, right? I just showed some of the companies. First company we showed is no year of pass out, right? So we will get opportunities, but compared to basically freshers, it will be less. Okay. July also offline course will be available. Yes, it is going to be available. But sooner is better. We don't know when. Sometimes the batches will get filled, and we may not know whether we can do the enrollment. So you can check with the counselors whether the batches are available or not. Number of hours, Kishore, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. But so typically it will be like 3.5 hours you can fix minimum, right? Kishore, on a day, at least 3.5 hours of class plus lab will be there. So timings, what I mentioned, 9 to 4, what I mean is that it's not like continuous 9 to 4 will not be there. It's not possible also for somebody to attend from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. For example, 9:30 a class starts, it will stop at 11:30. Then after that, you'll have a break. After the break, and again, it will resume for around 1.5 hours. That's how the course daily schedule looks like. Sumant, I already showed a quick demo of the course. Course structure, syllabus we can download from the website, I would suggest. So definitely will get placed at the end of the course. Vishnuvardhan is a important question. So we will enable you with whatever skill is required to get placed, and we'll give you the chances, right? Let's say we give some company chances, let's say 10 companies, right? So how you perform in the company matters. The necessary skills we will basically give you. In terms of performing in the interview, it's up to you, right? So how much knowledge you've gained, how you're answering the questions, that is for you to basically perform. Our responsibility is to train you and give you enough opportunities. Your responsibility is to skill yourself and make use of the opportunity by performing well in the interviews. All right. Scholarship is available for offline basically mode. Based upon your percentage, some scholarship will be available, right? Okay, if 1 hour is some slot, etc., I don't have an answer for that. My office was up to 6 and catching PG 1 hour is possible, so please provide this slot. Okay, so many questions are coming. What I would suggest is maybe different people have different questions. Right. I would suggest you can have one-to-one conversation with the student counselors. They'll try to answer all the questions, right? Now it's already 9 o'clock. I'll try to basically end this session. All your queries, right? I try to cover most of the things which you asked for, but some of the things I'm not able to answer now immediately because there are various set of questions coming up. I will share the number, right? It's already there on the slide, 809 555 7333. Can reach out to the number, and each and every question, whatever they ask, you have, can redirect to them. Either you can WhatsApp or you can call directly. They will be happy to answer your queries. All right. Hope that is okay with you, right? Please reach out to this number. You can text also. In WhatsApp, they will respond. Yes, I'm getting a flood of questions. I'm not able to address them. That is only reason. Okay. So Vishal, I think last 1 or 2 questions I'll pick. Project is mandatory for placements. Project is part of the course, right? We'll make you do the project. Don't worry about it. Okay. It's not something like we are asking you to do. Project is something which is part of the course, not separate. Okay. So what is the strength? Strength typically of a batch is an offline mode is around 40 to 50, or like classroom sizes are different. I would say it's around 40 to 70, right? That is the strength. Different classroom sizes are available. Based on the size, different batches will be formed. All right then. So hope you're able to gain insights about what this embedded system course is all about, and I hope I was able to address many of the questions which you have. So with this, I would like to say, right, you can consider embedded system course as a option for you. If you have further questions or queries, feel free to reach out to this number which I've shared. And thank you all for patiently listening to me, and have a good evening to all of you.